Okay, I'm gonna be pretty much going over the entire thing and what we know of about the Animate Adventure situation and the DMCA situation. So pretty much we know that Animate Adventures got taken down because of like the copyright from DMCA and how they're like, oh, we made a My Hero game, so you can't have any My Hero units, all that stuff. So, and a lot of people are talking about how Anime Adventures isn't going to be back up and how it's going to be just completely gone forever and how we're not getting it back. I really doubt we're not getting it back because of the amount of support behind Anime Adventures compared to the amount of support behind that trash My Hero game. Because I mean, like, let's be honest, there's so much hate behind that game and so much support behind Anime Adventures that I really doubt they wouldn't put Anime Adventures back up. I think most likely, from what I've seen and what I've heard, that they have some developers from Rel, like Relhawk, he's posted about it, and there's also videos on it how he's working with them, but not the entire team. So most likely we'll have some actual like I guess output of information faster since they have more developers working on it. So we most likely can see since they're adding developers that they are most likely getting the game back up. Also, if you look at the wiki, you can go to the logs, and in the wiki logs, you can actually see that they're adding, deleting, and protecting different pages and different people. And you can also see if you look at certain aspects of the logs that they are re-uploading or uploading new or the same images from what I can tell and what we can see as like public viewers on the logs. But we can see that they're uploading, I think it was around 4 or 5 images. And usually the images that they're uploading is for people to find certain websites and tabs, stuff like that. So most likely in the images that I could see or that it showed me were the original like anime adventures pictures, like just the words anime adventures, and then not really anything behind it, and then they're the default pictures for the game. So on top of those being either re-uploaded or new ones being uploaded, and it just showing me the old ones and the I guess increase in developers that they've had, like Relhawk being added to I guess the developing team with the testing helping out somehow, and the amount of support behind Anime Adventures and the amount of hate behind the My Hero game. Most likely what we can see or I guess hope for is the game being just revamped and the names of characters, their clothing and faces and what they look like being changed, and maybe even their attack animations being changed. So we can probably assume that the game will completely revamp the characters, their names, and their maybe animations. And we might need to get ready for maps to be changed also if they look too much like the anime, which I really doubt that would be a possibility. Because I mean, like, let's take for example, like a really popular one that I know almost everyone in Anime Adventures has played on, Puppet Island. I mean, yeah, it has similarities to the anime, but it's not enough to be copyrighted because it's pretty much just a city, and so there's not really too much they would even have to change, if any at all, for it to be, I guess, fixed and made to where they are not at fault. But most likely, we can just expect to see a change in the characters and their, I guess, animations. That would be like a stretch for their animations to be changed, but it could be a possibility that they want to like eliminate But most likely what we can expect to see is that Anime Adventures will come back up. We just don't really know when, because if they're revamping the whole game with new characters, or not really new characters, but new like looks for every character, it's gonna take a while. And if we don't get Anime Adventures back, they said that they would compensate the people that played with like benefits in games that they have later. And so we can expect to see either a new game that would replace Anime Adventures, or we can see Anime Adventures come back up. But what I assume is they're gonna try and get Anime Adventures back up, and then they may, if that doesn't work because of like reasons, they would release a different game after a while. So out of everything, with like new developers coming in, them uploading, protecting, and creating new things in their logs for the Anime Adventures wiki, you can most likely expect the game to actually come back with maybe just the My Hero units deleted, so there's not really too much to be lost, because I mean, let's be honest, the only decent My Hero unit was Stain, and that's only because of his ability. And Stain was becoming non-meta pretty quickly, so there's not really much that you could expect to be in the game and taken out of the game, because we don't really know. Because they might have a situation like, I think it was Shinobi Life 2, and so we might not know what happens with it. They might like completely change the entire game, like fundamentally, or they might just change the My Hero stuff with the like looks and graphics of the other characters. That might be all they change, and they might take the entire game down and make a new one. We don't know. But most likely you can assume that it will just be the characters getting revamped, maybe their animations and stuff like that, and the game coming back up sooner or later. We don't know exactly when, but I will keep you guys updated on that. But that's pretty much what you can look forward to, is the game most likely coming back up because of multiple reasons, because there's not really a reason for them to add developers and then not just reproduce the same game. So I think that it is a very likely possibility that the game just gets revamped and then it gets re-uploaded with maybe a couple units gone or changed. That's about it, and I'll keep you guys updated on whatever else I find out or whatever else gets sent out to us. That's about it.